What's going on, everyone? Chris Beans here with Bowler's Rant, bringing you one new update from Storm Bowling. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and turn on those notifications. I do appreciate your support of the channel. We're going to my favorite place, the overseas market, where you find all the best core and cover combinations, and I got something really nice today. Check this out. This is the Code Supreme. Another entry into the code line, but there's one little trick that they did with this thing, and it is all about the cover stock. And by the way, Beans has got you hooked up. I've got two different bowling reactions I'm going to show you with bowlers throwing this thing down the lane. Over to the interwebs. Beans, what is going on? Well, hold your horses. I'm going to tell you. We're talking about this guy, the Code Extreme. Now, here's the flyer. I gotta tell you, this is probably one of the better looking overseas flyers I've seen in a long time. It's super clean. Swag bowling. By the way, if you're gonna put everything on a flyer, look how this is done. You see these margins? They look great. It's actually readable and the contrast is good. Do yourself a favor, learn a thing. Now, back to the spec sheet. This ball has the Exo Pro reactive cover stock and the Rad 4 core. It's 1500 grit polish. That's the old style of polished. Flare potential high, the color white, dark red, and burgundy. And I'm going to tell you, I like this pearl, not because of how it looks on the screen, but because of how it goes down the lane. And the number's at 15 pounds, 2.50 RG with a .058 differential and a .020 asymmetric differential. Oh my goodness, we are about to watch this thing go down the lane. So this is basically your quintessential skid snap ball, but it's got Exo Pro reactive, and the ball motion, I gotta tell you, looks really good. We have a two-hander and a tweener. We're gonna start with the two-hander. Check this young man out. Bang, 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 bang. Here we go. Watch this thing go down the lane. 600 revs right across fourth arrow and snap. Tell me who would not like that kind of reaction. Can I buy that kind of reaction? Can I go to a car dealership and get that reaction? No, but also keep in mind, if you look to the left, he is sanded this ball. So he's throwing this thing 18 miles an hour with 600 revs, still making it down there, and it is snapping like Godzilla -1. This thing is incredible. Right between, outside of a fourth arrow. I mean, look at this thing. Boom. This rotation is good. This break point is good. Like, everything about how you can watch these colors migrate down its axis is fantastic. That is looking sharp. But wait, there's more. I got a tweener for those of you who actually use your thumb and don't have Hand of God like that. Check this out. This young lady can throw as well, and she has a very high backswing. 5 1/2 by 5 by 3.5, 332 rev rate. You still get the snap. This ball is amazing, right? And she kept the polish on this thing. You can see it, right? So she's laying it down between third and fourth arrow, out to the friction, coming back on this Jinxing 2023 Great Strike lane pattern. Guessing that's a modified house shot, but I like how this looks, right? This is a very versatile look. You can use this on a variety of conditions. If you don't have a ton of soup and you do have some hand and some friction, you can use this on lead condition and chase this, left. And as you find more friction, go deeper, send it back, and watch it snap. But I got to tell you, I like both of these reactions for these bowlers. It is looking sharp. All right, back to the shelf appeal. Now, I'm kind of split on this, right? They called this the Code Supreme, and I like the word Supreme. Of course, there's a ball called the Guru Supreme that Radical did it back in the day, but who's counting? And you had the Storm Supreme, plastic bowling ball. That's cool. But this thing doesn't look like a Supreme. You know what it looks like to me? And this is, again, full disclosure. I'm Becky Savage, colorblind. This thing looks like a candy cane to me. And it's around Christmas. So why didn't they just call this the Code Christmas? Storm, what's going on here, right? Could have called this the Code Christmas. Would have generated a ton of interest. But I'm not mad about Supreme. I do like this. Is it coming stateside? I don't know, man. That's a big if here. I'm not making any bets. But when it comes to how this thing looks outside the candy cane stuff, I think it looks pretty good. I like the fact that you've got, contrast. I can see the logo, and it's easy to read as it goes down the lane. All right. That brings us to the end of this video. Of course, there is no universal release date because this is an overseas ball, but don't worry, I've always got a couple things up my sleeve to help you out. If you like overseas bowling balls, I always tell you, go check out with my partner, Bowler Smart. Go to the overseas section. They have quite a bit of nice selection, and you might find something that you like. But if you come back to me and say, Beans, I got to have this ball. I don't want another ball. I want this ball. Well, head on over to Storm Rotogrip Bowling Balls for Sale on Facebook. Ask specifically, and don't be surprised if one of the Dark Lords of Overseas Bowling Balls shows up and says this might cost $325 to $350 or more shipped, because that is just the cost of doing business. So, what do you think of the Code Supreme? Did you like how it looked going down the lane? Which reaction did you like better? Did you like the two-hander or did you like the tweener? And if you get one of these, what layout would you go with? Drop me a comment, let me know, let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming, and until then, bow well.